nice to see you guys again. Thanks for tuning in. I'm really excited to bring you this video tonight. I promised all of you in my last video that I would be announcing a giveaway today, so stay tuned at the end of this video for who the big winner is for this lovely piece of amethyst cluster. So stay tuned at the end of the video. Today's video is gonna be about some books that I have been reading, fiction and non-fiction. The two that I'm currently dabbling in right now are The Court of the Fairs, 61 Nails by Mike Shevdon. This guy right here. It's actually pretty cool. It's obviously it's a fiction, and basically it takes place in like modern day London. It's almost kind of like Harry Potter, ancient occult world that's hidden among modern day society. It's actually pretty cool, and it's 1 in 3 books. Occult, some magic. It does touch upon crystals and different properties in crystals for a fictional story. I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, $7, Barnes & Noble. So, Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind, informal talks on Zen meditation and practice. It's written by Shunryu, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing this wrong. It's Shunryu Suzuki. This is the inside cover page. It's actually a quite beautiful book. The back is a portrait of the author, and with the book, you also do get this sigil, which is very interesting. I haven't read a lot of it, I'm going to be honest, because I've been reading the 61 Nails book. I was interested in the meditation novels that Steve Jobs had read, so I looked up the books he had read when he was developing Apple, and this was actually one of them. But not only that, I have been doing a lot more yoga lately, and meditation has to help with, you know, stress, anxiety, and all that kind of stuff. So I thought this would be kind of a nice, helpful guide, and to kind of just give more insight on, you know, the practices of meditation and different outlooks and different perspectives on the actual practice. So definitely check this one out. Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind by Shunryu Suzuki. It's a very beautiful book aesthetically, and even just the description here. In the Beginner's Mind there are many possibilities, but in the Experts there are a few. So I thought that was very interesting. $16.95. You can get it for a couple dollars off on Amazon. I think I only paid like 12 or 13. And a little bit about the author. I'm just reading this from the back cover. He was one of the most influential spiritual teachers of the 20th century and is truly a founding father of Zen in America. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool book. The actual cover is kind of like that matte rubber finish, and then the pages of the book too is torn. It's not like a clean cut, so I thought that was kind of interesting that they did that. So a few of the books that I actually have read and that I am highly recommending. Fictional book that I have read and am fucking obsessed with. It's by this author that I have recently found. His name is Brom. He is an amazing artist first and foremost, and his stories are absolutely fucking phenomenal. Like every book that, after reading this one, I literally went out and purchased 2 more of his novels. I'm just so fucking obsessed with him. Brom's The Child Thief. It's a fucking Peter Pan story, and it's so awesome. First of all, he does his own illustrations for his books, and it's just so fucking cool. The print of the book, the story, he talks about Peter Pan not as innocent boy who doesn't want to grow up, but more of this mysterious child who abducts other children into getting him to go to war with him in, you know, in Neverland, which he refers to as Avalon. He refers a lot to like pagan gods in his stories, like the Horned God. It's just so wonderfully written how they have to go through the mist in order to get to Neverland, and the mist is this fog that's, you know, embellished with child-eating creatures. It's the coolest fucking Peter Pan story ever. So if you're into Peter Pan, I highly recommend this book by Brom, the Child Thief, just so you can see some of his illustrations in the book. He illustrates kind of like the main characters, so this being, of course, Peter Pan, this being the witch that's in the story, this one as Seiku. I mean, like, he's just such an amazing artist, like, so badass. This one is the lady who kind of basically guards and protects Neverland. And then the troll on the right-hand page. Fucking read the story, it's so goddamn good. I think one day, if I ever do have kids, this will be the Peter Pan story that I'll be reading to them before bed. So definitely check it out. Brom's The Child Thief. Some non-fictional books that I have gotten my hands on. One I have mentioned in my previous video in my Salem haul when I went to Salem. If you haven't seen that video, I'll post the link right below so you can check it out. And I promised after I had read it that I would do a review. So this is the 70 Degrees of Wisdom by Rachel Pollock. So if you're a beginner in tarot, or even if you have quite some experience, this book is, you will definitely walk away with your mind blown, even with all of your knowledge as an experienced tarot reader, with the information from this book. It is so in-depth. It really touches upon all of the symbolism in each tarot card. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. If you are a beginner in tarot, like, you gotta get your hands on this book, like, right now. It was $19.95. Again, I purchased this in Salem, but of course you can find it at Amazon. I'm sure you can also find it in Barnes & Noble without a problem. But she talks about both the major arcana and the minor arcana in this book. I mean, I underline stuff. I'm a dork like that. She talks about the symbolism and examples of the cards from both the classical Rider-Waite-Smith deck and newer deck designs that are currently out there. So, for example, like, this is her explanation of the Hierophant, and on the left-hand corner she has like the classical traditional Rider-Waite-Smith card and all, you know, the different characteristics in the card, what he's holding, the pillars and all that jazz. And then right here, a more modern day illustration of the Hierophant, and both how symbolism in this card is also interpreted in their similarities. So it's pretty in-depth. Absolutely in depth. So highly recommend, highly recommend. It was such a good buy. I'm so happy that I splurged the 20 bucks on it while I was in Salem. The second book that I fucking swear by, if you are into herbal medicine, which I super hardcore am, then this is the book for you. And surprisingly enough, I don't really see a lot of people talking about this book, and I have no idea why. I've honestly had this book since at least, 5 or 6 years, if not longer, and I fucking swear by this book, and it's The Secrets of Native American Herbal Remedies. Anthony J. Cichoke, that's his name right here on the bottom. And this literally, this is kind of like, you don't need anything else. This will give you every single remedy for like anything that comes up in your life to keep the balance within our planet, I think, is something that's so important, and that is something that is stressed within this book, which is, I think, one of the reasons why I honestly love it so much. It will give you the medical term, not the medical term, but like the family name of the plant, whether it's harmful in large doses, things like that, you know, where it came from, all that jazz. And then going into the book, finally, in the different ailments and things like that, you have everything literally from bites and stings to, you know, sting healing ointment, boils, bronchitis, bruises, topical treatments for that, cancerous tumors, carpal tunnel syndrome, you know, pain teas, cataract washes, chicken pox teas. It's so cold sores, colitis, conjunctivitis, constipation, coughs, so much on coughs, muscle cramps, influenza, like it's insomnia, it's absolutely crazy. And what's nice is that it goes in alphabetical order, so it's easy to find. One of the things that I loved about this book is that when my husband and I first got married, we would go with him to the doctor. He would have such immense back pain, and this is actually kind of what influenced me to look into, you know, alternative medicine. And he would have such bad back pain, and everything the doctors gave him was like these hardcore painkillers, and it was basically changing who he was. And we decided to take a look somewhere else, and that's when I came across this book, and I tried their back pain tea. I made it for my husband, and I'll tell you what it's made. What's in the tea. It's nothing, you know, people don't know about. It's basically 1 part white willow bark, which is basically what's in your average day aspirin, valerian root, which smells like ass, but it's it's a sedative, so it helps you sleep. So it's just basically 1 part white willow bark and 1 part valerian root, and you mix it together. You know, you add honey to it because it tastes like shit. And literally, he drank a cup of that tea, out like a light, slept like a baby, woke up next day, no back pain. Now, is it a permanent solution? No, it's not a permanent solution, but it definitely helps, you know, every day-to-day life. I don't know, it's a staple for me, and I hope it'll be a staple for you. I highly recommend it. Again, it's The Secrets of Native American Herbal Remedies. Price was $17.95. This is definitely a must-have. Now on to the winners of the giveaway. Previously, with the directions of how to enter the giveaway for this bad boy here. Thank you so much for commenting. You have no idea. It was so wonderful to hear all of your aspirations and goals and, you know, dreams that you want to fulfill. And I don't want to talk too much because literally the battery on my camera is about to die. And so what I did was, I thought this was the fairest way, so I put all of your names in this jar, and the name that I'm going to pull out of the jar shall be the winner of the crystal. And I shall contact you on YouTube. I'll send you a message to let you know that you are the winner. It shall be announced on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's at Luna Fortuna. Right there. I shall leave a link below in the comment section. And without further ado, I'm not looking. The winner of the crystal is oh my god, it's like so Debbie. Woo! Debbie. So Debbie, I shall be contacting you so I can send you this wonderful, beautiful amethyst cluster. I hope you find it well, and congratulations. Stay tuned for more giveaways, guys. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't yet. Subscribe below for more giveaways. And until next time, I shall see you in my next video. Ciao. I love you guys. Bye.